Welcome to the bold analysis. Sabina Chege and Kege, the latest move they made today is the last nail on their political coffin heading to the grave. Because even after orchestrating the coup d'etat at Jubilee party, they were at crossroads. Do we defend William Ruto or do we stand with the people? Today, William Samoei Ruto met with a host of Jubilee leaders, exclusively led by Kege and Sabina Chege, and a host of MCS drawn from different parts of the country. And that meeting, I listened to the speeches from the two leaders, Sabina Chege and Kege. The speeches are revealing what, according to me, is the blunder. And of course, it's not coming as a shock that Sabina Chege is telling the nation that Jubilee Party has a new patron in the name of President William Samoei Arap Ruto. It is not coming as a shock. Sabina told us that the party has a new patron. Remember, the party leader of the Jubilee Party is and was the former President Uhuru Kenyatta. Listen to this.
Tukitoka hapa tuangalie mbele. Tuangalie mbele kama Jubilee kwa sababu hatuwezi rudi kule tulitoka sasa. We have our patron and we know this nation, Your Excellency. Even when we met, we said there are challenges. Mimi ni mama. Na wale wamama wako hapa mnajua hata nyinyi wazee mna contribute wakati tunapata mtoto. Hakuna mtoto uzaliwa anakimbia. A child must be allowed to go through to crawl, anaenda anafanya ile winning, anaacha kunyonya na inaendelea. Na si ndio hiyo hata kwa serikali. So we allow the government to work. I know there are many challenges. I was in the previous government, so I know even the projects that we had started, na ile maneno ingine yote ilikuwa imefanyika. So we work together and I am 100% brave and I know, Your Excellency, and I'm convinced that when you work together with His Excellency, also your Deputy President and your team of the executive, we know this country we will go very far. Mambo inaweza kuwa magumu leo, lakini kesho.
Mimi si kukupatia kura, na wengi hapa nikiwaangalia hivi tulikuwa tumeenda ijia hiyo. Ukweli ama si ukweli? But we want to say, Your Excellency, we have made a conscious decision. Tumeangalia, you are a very unique leader because you have made hard decisions which are made by very few people. In most cases, we make popular decisions. But the decisions that you have taken, especially the issue of the housing, is a firm decision, is a good decision. Might not be popular now, but 2-3 years to come, Kenyans will look back and say, yes, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto was right. And when it comes to that time of making that decision, they will look at it. Your Excellency, I am one of those converted. December in 2022, sikukupatia kura. But I want to assure you, Your Excellency, I will be on the front line in 2027 to make sure that we take you back to State House. Because you will have transformed our country, and it is not just alone. We will come with our team. Jubilee will be part of you, Your Excellency, and you're not just saying then. In county assemblies, we'll make sure that, and I'm happy that you have been working with the government.
Guys, there is analysis I did some time back, and I said that whatever was happening at Jubilee Party was because William Samoei Arap Ruto could be maybe he is the owner, he's the person who was having the certificate of the Jubilee Party and wanted to take it away. I tend to think so. I was speculating. Now, this is what Sabina Chege and Kege are confirming. And if you want to know that they have a tough task coming ahead, you'll want to just know what William Ruto told them. The message by William Ruto was a script that you need to go and tell the people that the problem our country is facing has nothing to do with me or you, but about the debts.
I hear many people say, oh, kuna shida mingi, kuna problem nyingi. The only problem we have in Kenya ni madeni. That's the only problem. And that is what has hidden my head for the last 1 year. Because if you are collecting, if for every 10 shillings you collect, 7 shillings unaenda kulipa madeni, there is a problem, isn't it? Yes, because then you are left with 3 shillings. Kulipa mshahara, kulipa counties, kuendesha, kufanya maendeleo, sijui utafanya namna gani, 3 shillings. My intention is that we should bring it, we should flip it. We should be using 3 shillings to pay debt and 7 shillings to endesha Kenya.
The other area is borrowing without a plan. This one I'm using it in a very colloquial sense, in the sense that I have been approving payments of public debt and I've looked at what we are paying for. Many of those things cannot be identified. You just find a name of why we borrowed. You cannot trace it to anything. You cannot tell what the money was spent for, and therefore there was no economic gain from that borrowing. It is just like taking Fuliza and then you go to the bar and drink it all. You go back home, you'll find your family hungry, and you'll find all those other things. So I don't really need to gainsay this.
Mtu asikudanganye ati you can build a country kutumia madeni pesa ya watu wengine. We have to build our own resources. Ni mnanielewa? But you know, because it's a difficult decision to make, nobody wants to make it. Watu wanataka tu unachaguliwa na unataka tu kupigiwa makofi throughout. Why? Hakuna mtu anachaguliwa kupigiwa makofi. We have to change our country, and I am telling you, we are going to change Kenya. Hawa watu wanatupigia makelele saa hii ndio watakuwa wanatupigia makofi saidi hapo mbele. They will become reversed.
And according to what he's been saying, is the debt is the problem. This is the message, and I'm wondering how these MCS are supposed to package this message for the common man out there and explain. And by the way, that is truth. That is what Ruto believes is the problem. Or that is what he says the problem. That's what he tells the population is the problem. While I am, from where I'm seated and in the bold, our position has been clear. Our problem is not even debts. It's not exclusively the debts. We don't know which debts we're even paying to start with. Control of budget have been asking, and Parliament has tried to petition Treasury to audit and publish the debt register, and it has never been published. So we don't even know which debts we are talking, the president is talking about. We don't know. If you know, you can tell us. Sorry. And so, we don't even know, when you talk about these issues of debts, we don't even know which one we are talking about. The problem is about expenditure. And when we fix expenditure, like even today, that Uhuru meeting, we've given those MCS and those people, those Jubilee MPs, some allowances. Used taxpayers' money to bribe them so they can come and attend that meeting and, make all the posturing. I know very well, this is a political suicide they have committed on themselves by putting, and of course, deliberately confirming to the country that their patron is William Ruto. It's supposed to serve a perceptional value. The only thing that this Sabina Chege and Kenyan access brings to William Ruto is a perceptional value in politics that Uhuru Kenyatta was a bad person and everyone is saying Uhuru is a bad person and then everyone is crossing this side. That is the only dividend of that move. And if you want to know, it is all politics. Just the same when he was still in Nyahururu, for the first time, William Ruto tagged along with the former Raila Odinga chief agent, Kanchori. And Kanchori then was planted there to make some political statements that you may really want to hear. And this is the undertones that William Ruto has started campaigning for 2027.
Sisi ndio wale watu tulikuwa tunazunguka wakati wa campaign, tunasema tuko na system. Kumbe pande hii ingine kuna Mwenyezi Mungu na wananchi. Your Excellency, wacha nikuambie, you have changed the conversation of this country. Mimi nakuambia Wakenya na munisikize, kama hii serikali sisi tungeichukua, ingekuwa ni serikali ya mabwenyenye. Ingekuwa ni serikali ya wadosi. Conversation ingekuwa ya watu wakubwa. Your Excellency, you've changed the conversation of this country. Hakuna mtu tena ataingia kutafuta urais wa hii nchi bila kuongea juu ya Mkenya. And you really understand the needs of this country.
Listen to this. I keep on, and I can tell you, William Ruto is campaigning. Kalonzo Musyoka, if you want to be the president in 2027, you rather come out of that slumber and start campaigning. And if you're not interested, then just say early so that those who can take the mantle show their faces. If you want to dislodge William Ruto in 2027, you rather come out and start, because the State House man is no longer working, is campaigning. Back to my point, I said it's supposed to serve perception of value. And even the way the MCAs was talking there, you know, the message was that they need to support William Ruto. And I'm wondering, this is a big political blunder, because even UDA leaders who are elected in UDA ticket are shying away from defending William Ruto. Why? Because they feel when they defend the Ruto policies and agenda, they run the risk of being unpopular on the ground. They confronted the president and asked the president, look here, what you are doing is making government unpopular. They confronted the president, and the president said, this is not the time to be popular. And it's not about popularity, you know. And again, we must also not be misguided. William Ruto is telling the public something, that what I am doing is irrespective of whether I'm going to be popular or not. That's not it. The point is not on popularity. And I think Nation asked Opiyo Wandayi, are they taking advantage of the suffering of Kenya Kwanza failures? And he said, it is not about the failure of the government. What is happening is the suffering of the people. As to whether Ruto is popular or not popular, that one does not put food in the table. That one does not pay school fees. I am in almost 6 WhatsApp groups of fans who are fundraising for their children. Whether Ruto is popular or not, that does not pay school fees. Yes. I want to tell you why this is a political blunder for the Sabina Chege and Kanini Kege. They have passed a betrayal verdict on their faces. If that verdict, you know, they've been betrayal on the context that, despite the fact that there are some politicians, and I know, and I think I want one person that acknowledges that Kanini Kege and Sabina Chege and a host of MPs from central Kenya went against the UDA grain in Mount Kenya to campaign through the under the Azimio Moja. And Sabina Chege has told us that she was even at the brink of becoming the deputy governor of Nairobi to deputize Sakaja. On the other end, she was also closer to becoming the Raila Odinga's running mate. It's in order. But it's also true that as much as the shelving the political ambitions, risking their political ambitions, had to do with the greater goal, but they were also reaping the benefits of sticking with Uhuru Kenyatta, remaining with Uhuru Kenyatta. And it is not wrong, and there is nothing wrong by jumping ship to support William Ruto. What is only wrong is using that and demeaning Uhuru Kenyatta simply because you've got a new friend. Even if you get a new political friend, is it politically right that you now demean your other friend? And that is where the public has been drawing the line. So, they have shown one betrayal is, it's clear. If you are declaring William Ruto as the patron of your party, then it's very clear that you are serving William Ruto's interest. And that is the betrayal on Uhuru Kenyatta. And number one. Number two, it's also betrayal on the people of Kenya, because after you fell on the opposition side, what were you supposed to do? You are supposed to put government on check. You're supposed to call out when things are wrong. Now, Ruto has realized that UDA leaders are no longer defending him. Now he has gone for you. Look at how that. And that's why it's a political blunder on them. I know after that coup, they were in the middle ground. Do I go to Ruto? Do I go back to... I wish they would have even they would have even made some very unpopular move and go to Kamwene, or form something exclusive for Central Kenya. But as William Ruto now starts campaigning, you can see them taking William Ruto as the patron. Number two. Hey, this is a big political trap, Sabina Chege. Remember, UDA party is working on a strategy to merge political parties. To merge political parties. So you know one condition on table, that the more I wish you can break ties with William Ruto this early. I wish they would have done that. The more they stick there, that cashel of a party, that cashel corner of a party of the Jubilee they are holding, they'll start masquerading as taking it and being part of the UDA merger. So that will be one condition. Now, when you get that merger, then on the other side, Jeremiah Kioni and the Uhuru axis remains with the party. Do you know what happens? The founder members of UDA party will push you in the periphery. They will push you out. Yes. The Muranga women rep Betty Maina recently was with Sabina Chege in the church. When the ticket is to be given out, you'll be told as if you're being subjected to some nominations. Then those who are participating in that nomination are UDA members, who also consider you as someone that is a reject. Surely. It's a big blunder. So whether you like it or not, you will have to join UDA whether UDA is popular or not. Imagine they would have remained in the neutral ground and just waited to look at how things will play. Number three, why I am seeing a political... Defending William Ruto in public is akin to committing political suicide. And then, you know, you've been called, given allowances and there, some ticket, promised some 1 kilometer of a road from your village to the nearest market, so that you use it to campaign. If you're an MCA, you will use it to campaign that, you know what, I went for a working relationship with the president, and because of that, I've managed to get this road, get some few dividends. You'll be promised things that will not even happen, by the way. Then, you're pushed into defending something that has failed. You're pushed into defending that even those who are supposed to defend it are quiet. And that is how you'll be flawed. And lastly, I want to say this. Sabina Chege and Kenyan, I wish someone shares this video with you people. A perception that Ruto is using you to fight Uhuru Kenyatta is very dangerous. is very dangerous. You've already said patrol. Remember the day when you were given policemen to escort you to the Jubilee offices so that I don't know what you guys were going to do there, and you caused all that mayhem, and you caused all that drama. Then you walked out and started doing some very funny press briefing there. So tell me, when that perception then comes out that kumbe wewe, you're just a tissue being used, you're just a proxy being used to fight Uhuru Kenyatta, when that perception is very dangerous politically, because you find yourself in the war between the two, between Uhuru and Ruto. You find yourself in the middle of that war. The public will be torn. And remember, in 2027, Ruto is not going to the Mount Kenya God. In fact, Mount Kenya will not have a God. Yes. So as much as you want to use this access, I wish you would have walked your own space with pride, take your path with pride, gather, so that you make a well-calculated move. But on this one, Ruto is your spokesperson. You declare Ruto as the party leader of Jubilee. No. Hapo umepiga nje. Kenyans are suffering. So nyinyi, let's meet in the next.
Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. This is the northern part of the coastal northern coast, and I am live at the Uzuri coastal apartment. I want to show you a B&B. I know this is now a holiday season, and most of us are coming in the country. You also want to spend some time in the coastal area, and of course this is the best place. It is very convenient, and I want to show you so that we do a house tour. You know what exactly is inside and how it looks like, so that you can really be in a position to make a good decision. It is a very good partnership between the Bold podcast and the Uzuri coastal apartment here in the coast. Asante, let's go. Yes, so when you come, this is the house. This is the beautiful sitting room, or rather the living room. This is your dining. So, you know, like in these rooms, when you come, you're supposed to be able to prepare food, or even without that, you can still get someone a cook to serve you. And this will be your dining. And then, so on this other end is the kitchen. So the kitchen is very big. This is where you cook. So, and it's very comfortable because when you cook, the smoke that is coming is being absorbed by this. Then this is where you can keep your stuff. This is a microwave, and even you also have a fridge on this other end. So it's a very comfortable place. So before even I show you the other side of the living room, here is a door where you can, you know, when you are here and you want to freshen up, you can just come out here. You can do your laundry around this place. It's a very serene space, guys. You can do your laundry here. You can also just rest and just around the balcony, as you have a very good view of the place. And by the way, as your cameraman is showing you, you see the place is quite an amazing space, and you can take a very good view. So even standing here or being around this place is quite a very interesting scenery. So this is what is it? So let's go back inside so that we give you the other bit of it. Yes, so these are your surfaces. This is where you can relax. So you make yourself comfortable here. If you can look at it, these are the chair, and then the TV set. So it's a place you can. I promise you, this is a place that you really loved. I've been here for the last I think I spent my night here, and it's quite amazing. It's quite an amazing place. So I want to show you the other spaces, but this is literally what that living room looks like. You really love it. So let's go. Now, the other place I want you to see, this is the dispenser. Yeah, this is the dispenser, and they have Wi-Fi, so you should not even worry about your internet. And I've used it; it's quite very fast, so you can be able to run your errands if you want to work online. You want to just keep up, and you also want to watch the Bold podcast. You'll be able to get that. So on this end is now double bed. This looks amazingly beautiful. I'm telling you, this is good. You know, this is a place that sometimes kwa maisha pia unajitibu. You just pia unazoea hii, you get used to this one. It's quite good space. And then I've realized, by the guys, the cost is a bit hot. I don't know, hot and relatively hot. And when you get into this spaces, it's quite good. This is the double bed. So if you're a couple, you can organize yourself here. Now this is where you can keep your stuff. See, it's your wardrobe. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's open. Then here, the ventilation is there, and you see the fan, so you can organize yourself, and then it will on. With that, you can get your fresh air, and you will be amazing. So this is our workshop, and this is another hospitality space that's quite an amazing. You will literally love it. You can organize yourself, find out well, and yes. These are the places that you should really come to visit.